Okay, so I'm back from the Amazon jungle. Didn't find the giant snake I was looking for. Found a dude with a weird belt though. He gave me some directions, but no giant snake. So that was weird. And I
Uh,
heard you guys had some running with some weird train dudes.
Yeah,
yeah, that
some
was.
mediocre train guys.
Yep.
We are all terrible at improv.
Yes, we are. Welcome
I'm
back.
just terrible at doing improv I've already done.
Yes, welcome back to Rider Town Radio, ladies and gentlemen.
The
The whole.
only writer show that thinks Forza deserves its own special place in hell.
Wow.
We're gonna have to talk about that show someday.
Yeah,
But
someday.
yes, all three of us are back in the house finally. So,
Yep.
Yay, I didn't actually go to Florida, but
We
I
finally returned from the Great
am
War.
here. Yeah.
We returned from the hiatus pit.
Oh God, yeah.
what a terrible place. Everything was
Yeah.
just frozen and we couldn't move.
Yeah, it was very, very odd.
But yes, we are back with our double episode special for today, or this week, whatever. Time is
Yeah.
still screwy for us, thanks to that
Yeah.
damn train.
Oh wow, you actually
Fucked
brought
up
that up.
everything.
You pulled that around. I like that.
No, we weren't even in the I don't even think we were in the hiatus pit. We were just in some like weird time void.
The void
Yeah, one of
that's...
us kept dying, and someone kept feeling butthurt about it, so he kept coming back. One of
I'm...
us made pizza bagels.
God damn it. You need to stop doing that. It screws everything up.
But they're
That's
so
gonna be the on-running
delicious!
joke. That's
Why
gonna be the
is it every
on-running
time
joke
we
for
make
this
pizza
podcast.
bagels, everything goes to shit?
They're just so delicious and very tasty snacks while editing.
God.
And we need to fix the microwave.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Moving on, so... For our episodes,
So
we have Ghost episode 4 and 5 and Dino Charge 15 and 16.
yep.
What a way to come back.
Yeah. So, Ghost.
Yes,
Wow.
on to the ghosts.
Yeah. A lot of shit happened.
Ooh,
Yeah.
spooky.
Oh. So, we have the introduction of the greatest rider design of all time. I mean, what?
That's next episode, not this one.
No, he doesn't he come. He comes at the very end. And,
Yeah, he yoinks Nobunaga
he
out
like
from...
he
Oh
bitches
yeah,
top
yeah.
through. It's like, hey, Ghost, me, come with me.
Oh yeah, blue balls make fuckface.
Is that what you're just gonna call him from now on?
Oh no, I have like I'm gonna make a list.
Just alternate every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be.
For those of you playing the home game, keep track of how many names Noble gives Spectre by the end of the show.
Yep.
Yes, count the medals.
You guys can't see this, but that's so fitting that he says that, considering his Skype picture is the O's Tajador combo.
Oh
medals.
yeah, that's right. Oh, wait, it shouldn't be.
Well, that's what it is for me right now.
No, that's weird.
Yes, glitchy Sky. What's that
Because
Skype being glitchy?
Yeah, because for a while I had the Edison icon thing, then I switched it to that icon or that logo I made for me, where it's the orange Oja in front of or behind the crown, and ghosts. Yeah. So
Yeah. Anyway,
apparently,
Ghost. Yes.
Yep.
Nobunaga icon, something there, Sengoku Corporation guys falls off a building. We made Ryoma jokes.
Yep, that was in my notes. It's like, Sengoku, Ryoma!
It's just
Look out for
the
put
leftover
railings on
guy.
all the tall buildings.
The leftover guys from Yugoslavia that weren't dead just decided to make a new company.
Oh yeah, I think I made that a Batman reference in my notes at one point. It was like, it said, let him go! It's like, let him go? Very poor choice of words.
Rachel!
Yes. Because pretty sure someone was dangled over a building.
Yep.
But yeah, so the Ganma of the week is the Mad Hatter.
Yep, and he
And
came out
one
of
of
an
his
Alice in Wonderland book.
Yeah, and one of his
Yep.
two abilities that we see is he can multiply himself.
Oh yeah. And
which
then,
is also an ability another icon has that I didn't know it had.
yes, Robin Hood can
Yep.
split himself.
Yeah, the Omega Drive involves him splitting himself. What I really liked is that he activated the Omega Drive and the Omega Strike at the same time, which was I always wonder what happens when riders do that.
You mean when they use both finishers at once?
Yeah, because especially during like the Neo Heisei era, a lot of weapons have started getting like separate finishers from the belts themselves. So I always thought it'd be interesting
Oh,
what would
yeah.
happen if they use both at the same time. Though not a
The
lot of
entire world explodes.
The only
yeah,
one I
not
think I ever wanted to see do his double rider finisher was O's when he does Intajador. Like activate Giga Scan and his
oh
rider
yeah,
kick
that would have
attack
been
at the
really
same
cool.
time.
I mean, we kind of got to see that in Double.
Yeah, because did the double maximum
Yeah, and that
and nearly
was
killed himself.
yep. Just turns into a
Which
flaming
one of
ball.
themselves?
Yeah,
There's two of them.
themselves.
Ah, yeah.
Even though I guess technically in that form, Philip is only a consciousness, so really his body would have been whatever.
Yeah, I remember that episode. Shotaro was literally fighting his own body to try and do that.
Yep. Because apparently the belt just does really not want to do two finishes at the same time.
Too much
Like you
power,
just
probably.
like imagine if Takeru did that Omega Strike Omega Drive combination, you just see Shotaro poke his head out from behind a bush. Damn it!
It's like, he can do it. Why can't I? Yeah.
Yeah, and did I can't remember exactly because it's been a while. Oh, the episode's starting to blend together. Did he do the Omega Stream in episode 4, or was that episode 3?
Want to say,
Episode.
I want to
It
say
was that
4.
episode because he
Yeah.
used it against the clones of the Alice in Wonderland Ganma.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All the episodes are starting to blend together.
Yeah, I should have did a refresher on
Yeah,
this
I
earlier,
should have
but
rewatched them.
oh well.
So, yeah, he
Oh well.
fights the Ganmas. The leader of the Sengoku Corporation has some letter from Nobunaga, so he wants to become the new Nobunaga.
Which is impressive. That paper lasted a while. It's been like 500 years.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Some scenes
Around
that
there.
Biffalo
Exactly.
wants to talk about happened.
Oh yeah. What happened was the the Gamma Ply is basically to lift this section of the city into the sky so the person can have like their floating Nobunaga castle or whatever.
Or he's just ripping off Age of Ultron.
I was going to say, can we call this the Ultron Ganma?
Because this probably would have been made around this episode would have been made around the time of Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that looks really cool. Let's just do that.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, when the city gets lifted into the sky, and the footage of like onlookers like being like, "Holy fuck, what's happening?" Is reused stock footage from the O's summer movie, and I have a theory as to why that is.
Because Toei is cheap.
Not just because Toei is cheap, is because the way Rider works is that it is produced with the money that they get from the previous series. And the thing with Drive is it did not make a lot of money.
Well, let's see. The toy line was a bunch of giant cars. About a third of them were stuck in Gashapon capsule form.
Yep.
Most of that third also was not shown on TV very much. And I should really be saving this for our topic.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
But
for
anyway,
those of you listening, even though this is kind of late for us to mention it, our topic this week is our favorite toy or belt gimmicks.
Yeah. But anyway, to say the least, they were not very smart with their toy line. So.
Yeah. Like, for instance, from what I've heard, the Mock Driver and the Signal Bytes sold way better than the Drive Driver did.
Well, it's... yeah. We'll leave that for later.
Yep. So, yeah, basically, it explains why the past few episodes, like, it explains why Ghost has a stock transformation so they can save money on CGI effects.
He doesn't really have a stock, per se. Like, they showed it once in episode 2, and he's never done that again since.
Yeah, I get. But I think they just have it. I think it's basically just kind of a backup in case, like, oh shit, we're out of money. We
Yeah,
can't do a CGI thing.
yeah. If we start seeing it more often, then yeah, I could believe that's why they
Yeah, like if
used
they
it. But
like, I imagine they have a lot of budget for each episode. So if they run out of money, they're just like, okay, use the stock transformation.
Well, I
yeah,
mean, with Drive, they blew all their budget for like the last like 2 episodes, and we didn't see them until the last like 2 episodes.
Yeah, if you recall, Gaim made an absolute shit ton of money.
that's because
And
Loxies are awesome.
yep, and and Drive for like the first 5 episodes was just using CGI like fucking crazy. Um, so
Oh
they
yes,
basically just blew a lot of their budget early on,
Yeah.
all
and
this stupid tire changing.
yeah, and also explains why the new Gaim Gaiden, which I'm sure we'll talk about at some point, which was recently released, is a lot lower budget than looks a lot lower budget than the previous one, which I'm sure we'll talk about once it gets subbed.
Yep, that'll be on the dock at some point.
Yep, I give it a couple weeks.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. So that's why they would reuse that shot. Also, the fact that they have it, and it's like, hey, we need a floating chunk of city.
Yeah.
We have this shot. Let's just reuse
Yeah,
it.
I'm surprised they remember. I completely forgot that happened because I haven't seen the Oz movie since like it got subbed.
Yeah, same here. It's been a long time since I've seen that, so I
Yeah,
didn't even realize that was from there until everyone's
yeah,
been pointing it out. It's like, oh, right, that happened.
They probably just have like different sets of clips as stock footage and have it titled like "Floating This" or that. People in awe.
I feel like they may have altered it though, because like I remember from what I
A
do
couple-
yeah.
remember
They
is
altered the
that
CGI effect around the city, but
yeah, because it
Yeah, and a
used to be like
couple of
on giant
the
floating coins or something.
yeah, it used to be on like a giant floating cell metal, but they changed it to the eye.
yeah,
But yeah,
and
other
a
than that,
couple
the
of the
footage is the
people
same.
were positioned a little differently, but that's something that could have easily been done with like Photoshop.
Yeah, there are tons of like side by side pictures on the internet, so you can just
Yeah.
look those up.
So, then there's apparently a Ganma possessing his secretary to make him do all this crazy shit.
Which I'm trying to remember. Have we seen Gamma Possession prior to this, or is this the
I
first one?
don't remember. I
No,
don't
this is the
think
first
so.
episode.
Yeah, I believe this is the first time it
And
happened.
then we see more than episode after this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the first two Ganmas were like influencing them from outside. This is like this is the first direct internal
Yeah,
influence.
which makes me wonder why they weren't just doing that from the beginning.
Ganma can't possess the actual person that they want to use to make the icon
Oh,
because
Oh.
it has to be a pure soul of pure intention.
Or it's like it's got to be a pure connection or something.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
gotta be the
okay,
heart of
that-
the cards, Yugi.
okay, must.
You gotta be one with the Force, Luke.
Okay.
I guess I just missed that part.
And then of course once
But,
again Takaru saves the day with his hug of love or whatever. Hug of life. There you go.
His creepy ghost hug thing, yeah.
Even a
Yes.
ghost can learn to love.
It's like I'm going to walk in. I'm going to walk inside this person and hug their soul.
Yeah, that's ever
Eat
creepy.
that,
Do you
Haruto.
think, like, when he walks inside of him, do you think, like, they, like, feel him walk inside of them?
I don't really want to think about that. Thank you very much.
Well, they haven't really shown him like when he walks through somebody in general to like react to it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
guessing
like
probably
a
not.
flash of light and then... Oh.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
he uses MacGuffin Icon 04.
Yes, the Newton
Newton.
icon arrives and puts continuity out the window or something.
All
And
my
you thought the
theories,
show was already moving fast.
all my theories, everything, just my entire multi-universe timeline bullshit I spent years putting together, just out the window. Thanks, Toei.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
the
that
movies
complete-
are different universes.
Just
Yeah, I don't even want to think how that movie ties into this nonsense.
like usually, I can get it. Like I always say that I've stated before. I believe all the shows take place in their own worlds because it just makes more sense to me. And usually, if there is some sort of gap, you can kind of ignore it and just pretend it's non-canon. But the Newton icon, there's no way of getting around it.
Yeah, it's because they flash back to the last episode of Drive, which was centered around that stupid thing.
Yeah, which just everything it just screws with the entire timeline because it's been what, like 10-ish days
Yeah,
for him,
10-ish or at
and
least 2 weeks worth.
they've had, but at the end of Drive, they had had the Newton icon for at least a month,
Yeah,
and
so
only he, and I guess I'm not even sure if Spectre can. Only Ghost can create the seal to make the icon. So Ghost would have had to been active during then to make the icon, unless there's some other bullshit going on that we learn later.
Well, to answer that question about if Spectre can make the seals, he has a certain mummy that
Oh
Ghost
yeah,
had nothing to do with. So I'm gonna
true,
say he
true.
can? Question
Yeah,
mark.
I guess, but
I
we
imagine
don't really
maybe.
know how long. But we don't really know how long Spectre's been active either.
True.
Yeah, so who knows?
I mean, at least long enough to have a gadget beast.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we don't even know where that came from either.
that would pretty much like
Show, explain.
yeah.
So yeah, and then not to mention all of the if they do take place in the same world, that means not only did the surprise future movie happen during some point in Ghost, but the second global freeze with everyone becoming Data. I'm surprised no one's mentioned that. You'd think, oh hey, remember like a few weeks ago when everyone was being turned into Data?
Yeah, continuity. It's hard to
Yeah.
keep consistent, especially with a show with that skips through time as much as this one does.
And I know I keep constantly alluding to my huge theory that, but I am fairly proud of it, and how it can account like for most continuity bullshit and kind of clear it up. And I'm sure maybe we'll make a video where I explain it. I don't know.
Episode 3.5.
Yeah,
Biffalo just talks about stuff.
yeah. I explain my theory that I came up with to explain all of the confusing bullshit that not only that happened in like Decade and specifically like Movie War Core. I
Yeah,
That
that
movie was
one.
pretty much what caused me to make that theory.
But anyway, moving on. So, yes, Newton comes into play and he uses it to stop the floating city from
Yeah,
crashing into the
which
planet.
ma- which I mean probably makes Newton his most powerful icon at this point.
I would
Yep.
say, yeah, gravity
I mean,
control is pretty powerful.
yeah, and at this point, he hasn't even like gotten close to his mid-season upgrade, but Ghost is already like
Overpowered
in
as fuck.
yeah, in the competition for strongest rider because not only can he not die, which usually would give him an advantage in a fight
You would think.
Yeah, he can't die.
because he's
He could
already
probably
dead.
crush you just by pointing his left hand at you.
Yeah, like, and not to mention Robin Hood with the giant duplication fire arrows everywhere. Yeah, there's like Kabuto, but I mean, if you can fire arrows in every possible direction, you're gonna hit him eventually.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
Robin Hood is what color?
Green?
What other rider has a form that's green and multiplies?
O's. Yeah, I was thinking about that
Oh,
myself. Got to Kariba versus Robin Hood.
oh,
Maybe that's why they found the O's footage?
foreshadowing Ghost and O's team up.
That would be amazing, but
That would be great. I even mentioned that because it's like, well,
I
what
mean,
if Birth gets hurt and he gives the Birth Buster to Ghost?
you really just want Ghostbuster to be a thing,
Yes, I
don't
do.
you?
Isn't that
well, I
technically a
mean,
thing in
if he
Ghostbusters,
gives
though?
the Birth Buster to Ghost, then you can just you'll be able to make even more abortion jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yay. Uh, and of course,
Uh,
we do get a little comedy bit when he's trying to bring this thing down because he's standing underneath where it was.
He's like, oh fuck, we're gonna be
He's like,
crushed. And then Yurison's like, dude, you're a ghost. And he's like, all right,
Oh, right. Splash.
all right, I'm dead.
Well, I just love the way he phrases like, "You really don't understand your powers, do you?" And then Takaru just has the light bulb moment. It's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, right," and just lets it
It would be
fall on
great
him.
if it was just like, instead of like a light bulb moment, you just saw the Edison icon like click
Yeah.
on his face.
That would have been perfect.
And then it's like, oh, yeah.
He's just like, how did that get up there? Yoink.
There's like, Edison. Ding.
Light bulb, yes.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like,
I made
yeah,
this.
I'm dead. It can go intangible. I really don't have to worry about this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I made a joke of like, well, what if like, because they're gonna have to go and fix all that plumbing and electrical
Yeah,
stuff.
that shit is all
Yeah,
fucked up.
that's all screwed up.
So what if when they're down there, they just find this like big like empty like space, and they're like,
It's just a ghost-shaped hole.
yeah, just like a Kamen Rider ghost-shaped hole. And it's like, that's weird.
Oh my god, it's the ghost energem.
But yeah, that's episode 4. On to episode 5.
Hold on.
We go from 88 days to 57 days.
Yeah, an entire month passes in between the episodes, which I honestly thought was like a translation error, but no, it really has been a month.
Jeez. They are fritting away that timer.
Yeah.
Which also basically goes to show that that timer is basically pointless in the long run.
Yeah. At this rate, it's going to be solved by like episode 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's how fast the show is running.
I mean,
Tomorrow,
we could theoretically have all 15 icons by episode 10 at this rate.
Yeah.
Well, there's Spectre has 3, Ghost has 5.
He's getting Beethoven next week.
He's getting Beethoven next week, and the week after that, he's getting Billy the Kid.
Yep.
By episode 7, this fucker's getting 10 icons. There's going to be 10 icons already.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are blitzing.
Yeah. And then I believe Ghost's last 3 are used like exclusively with Boost.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like according to like scans and stuff, they're used like in tandem with Boost.
I just have to think that they're probably pushing toys so fast because it's Christmas in like a month, and on top of that, low toy sales for Drive. So
they're trying to make as much money as possible, which explains why there was so much advertisement for Ghost before it came out,
and which is why they announced the Santa Claus icon episode 1. No, that was a thing.
Oh yeah, we should probably mention that it's been confirmed that there are going to be certain icons exclusive to the Gamba Rising game in Japan, arcade game in Japan, such as King Kamehameha and Santa Claus.
Well, Santa Claus, I'd understand that. I don't really understand the King Kamehameha one, but
yeah, he has a palm tree on his face, and it's amazing. Oh yes, and something we should also mention, they've also announced the DVD special where he will be getting the EQ icon.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why we skipped a month into the future.
Yeah, oh yeah, so maybe that might. I'm not even sure. I'm not really sure if that's canon or not. Probably isn't.
Well, I mean, even with Drive for the one of the Drive specials, we skipped like a month into the future for it.
Yeah. I mean, I think they were trying to. I think they did the month skip so they could try and fit like surprise future and stuff into it, but it just doesn't work.
Who knows?
Yeah, it just doesn't work like chronologically unless the Ghost incident happened to be for surprise future, which I guess is possible. But then that means that these following episodes are going to be taking place during the end of Drive.
If everything suddenly freezes, then I don't know why.
I know, maybe that's why we were gone for a month.
Well, that would actually be interesting. Like, I don't really like the idea of riders coexisting in the world because it just adds confusion, as I've said. But I think that would be interesting to think about. That during the last arc of Drive, all this shit with Ghost was also happening.
Who knows? Could be.
So yeah, in this episode, we get to see how much of a dick Spectre is.
It's pretty much like every other secondary rider. He always has to start out as a douche.
I mean, I think the last secondary rider who wasn't kind of a douche was Beast, but even then...
Well, no, Beast was kind of a dick at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go maybe... I want to say Date from O's was...
Oh, yeah, Date.
He wasn't really very much of a dick.
Yeah, he was
I mean, yeah, he had a couple moments here and there, but he wasn't really, like, ultra dickish all the time.
Yeah.
Ultra Dick, is that the sequel to Ultraman?
No, actually, that's Ultra 7.
No, Ultra Dick's the porn parody.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, please, no.
It's larger than life.
Rule 34. Rule 34.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes, let's definitely move on.
Ultradick.org. Don't look that up. I don't know if that's real. It probably is. Don't Google it.
We're talking Ultraman porn parodies. It can only go up from
God.
here.
Yep. We did it, guys. Rock bottom. We're here.
And it only took us 3 episodes.
That's got to be some kind of record.
Uh,
Oh god.
No,
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Spectre's a douche.
Spectre's a douche. His suit is awesome. The end.
I did want to mention something I noticed about the Spectre and Ghost like undersuits.
Yeah.
The like orange highlights on Ghost's suit look more almost like a bone design.
Yeah, that's something I noticed too.
And Spectre's is more like a heartbeat monitor.
Yeah, it's actually kind of clever to show that Spectre's alive, Ghost is dead.
Now, see, I didn't think of it like that. I thought of it kind of like, well, in this episode, Spectre's out of suit character, I don't know his name offhand.
Makoto.
I don't think I don't know if they've even said it in the show.
They haven't
Okay,
said it in the
unhinged
show, but I
douche.
believe his name is Makoto.
Douchebag Unhinged is talking to a Ganma icon for no reason.
Well, it has been kind of confirmed.
Yeah, so it's been
is in
theorized that it's one
Ski.
of his, like, a younger relative of his that
Yeah,
passed away.
I believe in a magazine scan it was confirmed that it's his brother, like his brother's.
Okay. So that explains why he's douchebag McFuckface.
Yeah, he's I mean, I
Add
believe
that one to
it's
the
been
list.
basically theorized. I'm not sure if it's been said that he's collecting the icons so he can wish his brother back to life.
So we have a case of Meteor where it's like, I'm
Pretty-
going to do this thing so I can bring back someone I care about.
Pretty much. But of course, also like Meteor, he doesn't really bother to tell Ghost why he's doing what he's doing. He's just being a dick.
And he's apparently he knows the guy with the feather.
Yeah.
Who,
Yep, Alan. Alan.
Oh, that's his name? Alan?
Alan.
Yeah, they seem pretty chummy in the few scenes we had in this one.
I have a theory that Alan is going to be Necrom,
Maybe.
kind of pull a chaser sort of thing.
Yeah, I could see that.
I also have another theory that there is going to be a fourth rider later on in the show, because I can't remember. I think it was in the first episode. It showed this sort of like image seal that was like a diamond shape, which has 4 symbols in a diamond shape, and on one of them is Ghost's eye, but there's also 3 other symbols. One is blue, one is green, and another is this like brownish, reddish orange, which leads me to believe there's going to be a fourth rider.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you so it can be put in the podcast.
Who knows? Maybe that'll be like a movie exclusive rider kind of thing.
Maybe, or now that I think about it, it could be represent Boot, like the Boost icon, perhaps.
Might
I don't
be.
know.
Well,
It's all
we'll find
it's all
out.
just speculation at this point.
It would be nice if there was a fourth rider.
Yeah.
The question would he be a good rider or bad rider? If there's is a
Doesn't
fourth?
matter. It's Kamen Rider.
Yeah, we don't even know who or what Necrom's deal is.
I'm guessing Necrom's going to be a bad guy just because he doesn't use a ghost driver.
Yeah, probably. Because
So
we all know it's going to be the usual secondary thing where Spectre's a dick, but eventually he learns to not be as much of a dick, and they work together.
And on that day, he learned to not be a dick 3 sizes.
So yeah,
I don't know where I was going with that.
His dick shrank 3 sizes that day.
It was very cold out.
Okay, that just made it perfect.
That's why it needs the Newton icon. It's a down jacket. So he beats the living crap out of Takaru and steals the Edison icon.
Yeah, we should
Didn't use it, but
should we mention that the fact that Newton has a down jacket?
yeah, it looks it's a
Yeah,
big,
I know.
it's a big
or
fluffy
like how
winter
Edison
coat.
has Tesla coils for like horns.
Yeah.
I just thought they were general lightning rods, but
Yeah.
Well, I just thought of them as like Tesla coil type
Either or.
things.
Either or is applicable.
Or how Musashi has a sword sticking out of his head.
Yeah.
When you think about it, the way like how the horn is.
Oh
the
yeah, it's like the
sword.
sword is going through his head.
Yeah.
I never thought of it like that. That's actually
must be curving somewhere for it to work like that.
Well, I
wow.
mean, look how bent up the end of that thing is. It must have hit a lot. It must have been bent really bad. I just
Yeah.
want there to be an episode where like Spectre or like another rider just grabs Ghost by the sword handle thing and just whips him around like a weapon.
Yeah, I was just imagining that. That would be funny.
But so Biffalo's favorite Kamen Rider Spectre form shows up this episode.
Yep. Well, first, which one are you talking about? Because I like them all. There's Nobunaga, who I kind of consider to be the parallel to Musashi.
Yeah, because he's
Uh,
got the crossed guns on his face.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that.
And we also see his finisher, which I have lovingly dubbed the 21 gun fuck you.
All
Against
the
Edison's Omega Drive, which was also kind of cool to see his big lightning kick thing. And then Spectre proceeds to kick his ass because one foot against like a million guns probably going to win.
Yeah.
So he takes the Edison icon and later on in the episode almost gets the Newton icon, which I actually do kind of want to see him use because blue.
Yes, all the blue.
All of the blue. You can never get enough blue. There wasn't a lot of blue in Drive, which always made me sad. Can you tell blue's my favorite color?
And the only blue we got was mixed with white.
Yep. So yeah, he takes Edison, and he's constantly like telling Tucker how much he sucks.
Yeah, and I like how Kari at one point, like after he's done berating her or Takaru, she's all like trying to do the reassuring thing, and then Onari's in the back just like agreeing with Spectre.
Yeah, it's like no, you are an awesome person. You're great. Yeah, no, you suck, dude.
And
then it's just like, yo,
Onari is
what the
Necrom
hell?
confirmed.
What? I'm just being honest.
Onari is Necrom confirmed.
That would be funny.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually would be kind of really hilarious if it was true. Yeah. Because during the like Ghost Drive movie promotions, they mentioned the Ghost Driver fanny pack, and Onari looks at it and he's like, "I can't transform," and it's like, "Oh my god, if you become a rider, you would be so fucking."
He's
adorable.
The fourth rider, secret lost fourth rider with 4 horns.
That would be interesting.
God, that'd be weird. No, he has no horns.
He's bald.
Yes, he's bald, exactly. No horns. Necrom has 3, Spectre has 2, Ghost has 1, Onari has 0.
Yep. He's just stuck in transient form.
Oh my god, he'd be amazing.
No face.
That would be amazing.
His weapon is like a fencing stick. It's the lemon stick. Basic Lockseed sword.
It's just a kendo stick.
Oh god, that'd be great.
Oh my god, please, someone draw that or something.
Kaigan Onari.
And then we also had
now
that weird...
you are really bold. Oh god.
And speaking of comedy bits, we had that bit with Akari and the old man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, creepy pedophilic comedy.
Yeah, my face.
Yeah. Akari's sitting in the lab trying to figure out shit, and the old guy's like watching her, and then she starts acting like she's talking to him as if she knows he's actually there, even though she doesn't.
Yay, Subway.
I thought it was a funny scene, if a bit weird.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yep.
I will say, I still agree with you, Biffalo, that that Sage is going to be like endgame main villain.
Yep.
He's been playing coy this whole time.
Yeah. And Spectre just adds to my theory. How much faster do you think you could gather all 15 icons with 2 riders?
Plus, he doesn't explain anything, which I love how at the beginning of the episode, everyone's fed up with nothing being explained. I'm like, gee, that's like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Explain this shit!
Yeah. And speaking of not being explained, Spectre uses the Tutankhamun icon.
Yep, he pulled that one out of nowhere, and I was just like, how many of these things does he have?
Well, I will say there is something I did notice throughout this, the current episodes and the one that came out like this morning, because I watched like the first like 2 minutes of it. Whenever there's going to be a weapon type icon where he needs a specific gadget weapon, he'll get that gadget like right before he gets that icon. Like he got the Condor phone the day, like the episode before he got Robin Hood.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
And next week he's getting the Bat Clock, and the week
Oh,
after that he's getting Billy the Kid.
no, but you just made me realize something. I guess he probably got the Cobra Mobile from Sage.
Most likely.
Right.
Yeah, I
Just
probably just gave it to him along with the belt, probably.
You know what I just thought about now that we mentioned this? What's the point of having two riders when you could be your own rider? What if
Mm.
Sage is Netcrom?
Mm.
I don't see why not. I mean, the last
Just
time we
like,
had someone like this, it
yeah,
was White Wizard.
true, true. That is also a
I
possibility.
like how we're grabbing at so many straws.
Yeah, it's this
Since we,
reminds me of way back during Gaim when everyone was speculating who the hell the Energy Riders were.
well, it's basically this first few episodes. They've been throwing so much at us without explaining anything. Pretty much, it just leaves it open for
Yeah,
speculation.
yeah, pretty much everything has been nothing but theories lately because the show hasn't explained anything yet.
I mean, on the one hand, it's kind of cool because it keeps the conversation flowing. On the other hand, we need some answers. Damn it!
Yep. So yeah, Spectre uses Tutankhamun, which I like way more than I did when I saw it in magazine scans.
I feel
Because
bad for Tutankhamun. He has no hands.
yeah, he has no arms, but he must pose.
Yes, he's just posing by his astral form. It's like you're not really doing
You
anything.
just kind of stand in that. You just kind of float in there.
It's
You just
kind
kind
of
of like twisted your hips a little there, buddy.
Yeah, the way the design is, it's like the hands crossed over the chest.
Yeah, like a sarcophagus.
Yeah, which is cool. I didn't notice that when I first saw it, but I like it a lot. And like I was saying, I like Tutankhamun a lot more in action than I did in magazine scans. Because what the magazine scans didn't really show off is that the coat is actually like this metallic blue. It's not just like flat blue. It's kind of metallic-ish,
yeah,
which I like.
yeah. The
Now,
pictures don't always translate the
yeah,
colors properly.
yeah, the pictures don't always do the suit justice, which is why I try not to judge a suit before I see it in action in the show.
Yeah, that's what I usually try to do.
Because I mean, with me, I really didn't like Chaser, and now I love Chaser. I didn't like Chaser when it was in the magazine scans, but now I really liked him after he was in the show.
And
Yep, and now we get the badass golden armor
Oh
Digivolve.
my god. Yeah. I guess segue. Should we talk about that?
I mean,
uh,
we'll eventually talk about that once if it gets subbed.
Yeah,
yeah, it
eventually.
will get subbed.
It'll get subbed probably like in May or June or whatever because it's coming out in April.
So, yeah, so because of Chase being one of the most popular characters in Drive, he's getting his own V cinema.
Yeah, which I'm
he's-
happy about.
Yeah, which not only that, but he's getting his own new form, Machine Chaser Rhino Super Viral Core.
It's called Super Machine Chaser.
I like the fact that it's actually a machine chaser form, not a
Yeah,
rider chaser form.
which I'm pretty sure like no one was expecting. Because I remember back during Drive, everyone was wondering what would Chase look like if he had an ultimate evolution, and this is pretty much what most people imagined.
Anyway,
I
back to
will
the.
say I like the weapon. I mean, it's just a brake gunner, but it has like a new viral core in it.
Yeah,
It's the gold Rhino viral core that on the suit extends really long, so he basically has like a gun sword.
yeah. What I don't really get about that is the way the blade is positioned. It's kind of hard to hit people with it.
It's a stabbing weapon as opposed to slashing.
Yeah, I know, but the blade is slightly curved, so you would think that would make it a slashing weapon, but whatever.
It's a
Well,
rhino
no, what
horn.
you do is you run up to your enemy, you stab it into him, and then you use your execution and just shoot him off of it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it'll do something.
I'm not gonna lie, now they say that, I really want that to happen, but I know it will never happen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's like impaling a thing and then shooting them off.
so
Anyway,
back to Ghosts.
Yeah. Back
Yeah,
to
so-
Ghost.
So what I was trying to say earlier was that when we were talking about the Tutankhamun posing thing with no arms, I was just reminded of that scene from Hotel Transylvania where the Invisible Man is trying to play charades. And he's the one trying to do all the posing, and all you see is a bunch of glasses. Is like pair of glasses moving. It's like you're trying so hard, but yet your effort is in vain.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Omega drive for Tutankhamun's pretty cool though.
Yeah, he summons Bill Cipher to swallow the Ganma.
Gravity Falls fans will get that. The rest of you,
Yeah.
nope.
My other theories include Spectre is secretly a member of the Illuminati, or that's supposed to be the Millennium Puzzle and he's the king of games.
What is it even? It's like Omega Fang, I think.
Omega Fang, which that has nothing to do with fangs.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
because he's a cobra.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
only
it's because
reason.
it's a cobra and also the scythe is kind of like a fang. So
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
he doesn't actually use the scythe for slashing in the finisher,
And it's because his visor looks like a fang.
yeah, it's like a snake head
Yeah, his
design, which
visor
also
is
looks really cool.
yeah, that design is really awesome. I would buy the icon just because that
Yep,
design.
yep.
I think they're already on sale.
Yeah, it is. It's already out, and I think I'm not sure if the next set is out, which is Nobunaga and Beethoven, I believe.
I think it
CS Toys
is.
got them
Yeah,
this morning.
yeah. So they're out.
Yeah, I
That's
think
out too.
that K2 Azo whatever guy on YouTube did a
Yeah,
video with the Beethoven and Nobunaga's.
yeah.
Which, by the way, that they were my tongue's still messed up. Daggone it. Did abandon the single icon per box thing really fast.
Actually, I believe they're going back to it with Billy the Kid.
Hmm.
I think they're just doing it because they're both coming, like Nobunaga and Beethoven both happen so close to each other that they're just like, screw it, we'll put it in one pack.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know for the Ghost Change figures, the Ghost Change, like the next Parka pack, is Robin and Billy the Kid.
Yeah, and I assume the one after that will probably be Nobunaga and Beethoven because the set.
That will be Nobunaga and Tutankhamun.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because it could be a pack for the Spectre set.
Yeah, maybe.
But anyway, so that happens, and then Spectre and Ghost fight again, and
Yeah,
Spectre kicks his ass again.
we get a cool rider kick battle. You always love when those happen.
Yeah, like 1 season ago when 2 riders did it to each
Yeah,
other.
it doesn't
or
happen.
Like 2
it usually
weeks ago when we saw it in a movie.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's always a spectacle to see.
Oh, yeah, one thing we didn't really talk about was Spectre's Henshin tune.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Definitely enforcing the hip hop theme that this series seems to be going for with the music.
I just like the tune.
Yep.
In general.
Yeah, and speaking of music, that little fight scene track that they had going for Spectre was pretty cool.
Yep. We'll never get enough Doki Doki. Gotta love Doki Doki.
So yeah, is there really anything else to talk about with this one?
Not really. Spectre's awesome. He's also a dick, but he looks cool, so whatever.
He's a cool dick.
Yeah, he's the coolest dick.
That's gotta suck being the smallest guy. But
dick jokes.
Yeah, so
I'm just envisioning some Cards Against Humanity cards here.
Yeah.
The smallest,
bigger,
coldest
bluer
dick.
Yeah.
But
smallest, coldest dick.
Next week on Ghost, we get Beethoven.
Yeah.
Which, my God, that Henshin theme.
Yeah. Da 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 da. I mean, they had to.
Pretty much.
They could have used that for his final attack.
I'm gonna laugh if he actually ends up playing the keys on his robe as part of his powers.
Oh God.
Is Beethoven 5 or 6?
He's 5. Billy the Kid's 6.
Oh, okay. Because that's kind of funny because I'm not a music buff, so I might be wrong. If I remember correctly, the da 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 thing is from his 5th Symphony, I believe.
Clever bastard.
It's either his 5th. I believe it's his 5th.
Yeah, it's his 5th.
Feel free to correct me in the comments, people who actually know music.
Yeah, that would be his 5th. So.
Yep.
They did it on purpose, probably.
Sly dogs. Also, I just remembered, Billy the Kid is 6.
6-shooter.
Yep. God damn it.
Another fun fact about Billy the Kid is that I was reading a National Geographic the other day, and apparently this guy bought this like old picture for $2, and apparently Billy the Kid was in this picture, so it's worth like $2 million.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
That'll be the object that he needs to use for the icon.
It'll probably be a revolver.
Probably, I'd be surprised.
Or like a bullet or his hat.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't a revolver.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's either gonna be a revolver or a hat.
Though I'd be kind of surprised considering how strict the gun laws in Japan are.
Well, I mean, we just had a guy who the thing that made him change into a coat was a piece of paper.
Yeah.
True.
And he's the guy who's known for using shotguns to the point where his face is 2 shotguns.
Yeah.
His weapon's a giant ass shotgun.
Yeah, that thing is huge.
Even the toy for that is huge. And apparently they're making this set where it's the Gon hand and the Ghost Driver.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, I might need to get that.
Makes sense.
You get Ghost, Edison, Spectre, the belt, and the Gon hand.
Wow, okay, that
So you
is...
have to buy the swords separately.
Wow.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, that's actually pretty convenient.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
mean, they usually do a pack like that. They usually just do it with like the belt and like the gimmick holder of that year.
Right,
Yeah, that's
but
true.
Ghost doesn't really have a gimmick holder. They just...
Yeah, they're just like, screw it, put the gun in there.
well, how are they going to hold the icons? They didn't build them that way.
Yeah, they you don't really hold them. They're just kind of Ghost just kind of pulls them out of his ass.
Pretty much.
Well, I think he pulls them out of his belt sometimes.
Yeah, when he first makes them, they come out of the belt, but I don't really think he ever like puts them in there except when he's transforming.
Yeah. Other Kamen Rider
I get
fun
hold on,
facts.
sorry to interrupt you, Noble, but I guess you could go off that he's a ghost, so they might just like dissipate and he just calls on them when he needs them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. On more Tokusatsu related toy news, the Kamen Rider Gaim Sengoku driver is no longer over $100 on Amazon.
Wow.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yay! I know what I'm getting for Christmas this
Yeah,
year.
because I might be wrong, but I believe this is around that time. I believe, unless I'm again, I can't talk words good. Whatever Crunch has is contagious.
Well, it came from me, so yeah.
Yeah, spreading. Soon, no one will be safe. But I believe this is the time. This is around the time when the Rider series, the new Rider series starts up in Korea. So all the Korean stuff starts coming out. So all the Japanese stuff starts getting cheaper.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. I might be wrong because it usually happens like 2 years later.
Okay, I just know that now I'm going to actually own a Sengoku driver, maybe.
Yeah, just hopefully make sure it's not the Korean one because they usually change the sounds.
Okay, I think it's an I think it's a. I almost said it's an American one. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe one day.
Could you
But
imagine? I mean, if they were going to adapt any series, I highly doubt it would be Gaim.
well, they could pull
I
it
mean,
off.
It
I
would
was
probably
personally-
encourage kids to eat fruits and vegetables.
I always personally thought that if they were to adapt a series, they would probably adapt like O's or maybe Drive.
Probably like O's, Drive, or Forze because it's space themed.
I'm not entirely sure about Forze because the thing about American kid stuff is that they kind of don't really want to do anything that's too wacky, and Forze might, I don't know.
Well, they can pull a Saban and cut it down to like 20 episodes.
I feel like Forza, if they were to try and adapt that, they would have to do a lot of original footage because most of the fight scenes have the Rider Club members nearby.
Yeah,
and they're mixing in the shots.
Kamen Rider Space Camp.
Yep. Or they could just air the Forza dub. Could you imagine?
Not really. That would be. I mean, that'd be hilarious, but at the same time, I don't know how well that would go over.
I mean, Saban I remember back in like 2011, Saban trademarked the term Power Rider.
I don't think that trademark's in play anymore, though.
Yeah, I don't know. They never did anything with it. I assume they just kind of did it to secure the term in case they ever decided to adapt Kamen Rider. But I'm not sure how long the trademark lasts. But
well, seeing as we have shows that are actually called Kamen Rider in America.
Well, one.
Yeah.
It didn't do very well. It really, like, we'll talk about this when we do a retrospective on Dragon Knight, but Dragon Knight did really well everywhere but America.
Which is sad, but
which is funny because they actually even have a Dragon Knight Japanese dub.
Yeah, they redubbed Dragon Knight into Japanese using the Ryuki cast.
And gave it a way better theme song.
Yeah, they gave it a completely new, really good theme song.
Anyway, we've strayed so far from the ghosts, and I think we've run out of stuff for that. Should we move on to Dino Charge?
Let's.
Yay, dinosaurs.
Yay, dinosaurs!
So yeah,
I'm a dinosaur.
first episode we're doing 15 with we get our Gray Ranger.
Yay.
An
Excuse
episode
me, it's the
too late.
Graphite Ranger.
Gray, graphite, same difference,
Yeah.
whatever.
I would actually like to defend the term Graphite Ranger that a lot of people have made fun of because it actually makes sense in the context of the show. Okay, hold on. Let me get a little bit. Let me put on my science spectacles.
And now it's time for Science with Biffalo.
Yep. Basically, there is a process of fossilization called carbonization, where basically, like all living things are made of carbon. Basically, well, most living things. You know what I mean. I'm good at talking. I swear. They basically break down into regular carbon, and it leaves an outline, and that's what creates a fossil. That's how we have like fossils of cells that are like 3 billion years old, and it's called carbonization, and it involves carbon. Graphite is a crystallized form of carbon. So basically, it's graphite is a crystallized form of carbon, which is in fossils. So dinosaurs, fossils, energems, etc. It all works in context.
Okay, then why isn't the red energem called the ruby energem?
Because I mean, to be fair, I think
Or
graphite
the green
Ranger.
energem, the emerald energem.
Because I mean, there aren't really that
Or
many.
the black energem, the coal energem. Or the blue energem,
Well,
the
because
lapis energem.
those aren't really fossils; those are minerals. But graphite at least relates to fossils in some way, and plus, I think Gray Ranger does sound kind of meh.
Yeah, it is kind of boring in the long
Yeah,
term, but
I will say gray is kind of boring in the way they say it in America. But if you think about it, like, in Japan, can you imagine how annoying it would be if every time they were doing the roll calls, Kyoryu, graphite, Kyoryu, cyan.
I've done
Yeah,
weirder things.
I mean, if you want me to get mad about the fact that they changed it to aqua instead of cyan, even though cyan was perfectly fine, then yeah, I'll completely go with you on that.
Yeah, I don't understand the change for that either.
Yeah, and also the fact that they call it the Silver Ranger's Charger is called the Titana Charger for the Titanosaurus, even though it's called the Brachiosaurus in the actual morpher. So it's like, I mean, I get we named the dinosaurs, so it doesn't really matter, but still, if at least make it consistent with which dinosaur species name you're using.
Well, maybe he's not going to be Dino Charged Silver. Maybe he's going to be Dino Charged Titanium.
It already has been confirmed that he'll be called the Silver Ranger. Like they're all being called by their colors, except oddly enough, Graphite and Aqua.
Except for the two that everyone liked in Japan.
Yeah.
They were the most fun characters in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, they were the ones that showed up the least.
Yeah.
Well, they had a reason for that. They were dead.
Yeah. They were dead and off, and during part of the show, they were kind of off searching for Bragagas, but whatever.
But
So, yeah, this episode.
So, Prince Philip has a robot that he fights with.
Yep. I like that they actually found a use for that suit from Kyoryuger, because that was a one-off thing, and they actually made a use for it.
Yep. They have been really good at that this series of using what they have available and kind of construing it to their own means.
Oh yeah, like the dominatrix baby suit from the Halloween episode.
Yes, that monstrosity.
Do you think we'll see that teacher monster from that one episode?
I don't know.
Oh, I
One that
remember.
kept beating Makiro with the ruler.
Yeah, I remember which one you're talking about now.
That'd be great.
That would be hilarious.
But so Prince Philip has been basically telling all of the miners of Xandar to find dinosaur fossils.
Yep.
And he gets lucky and finds the graphite energem.
Which I think is a little bit weird. Like, imagine if the President of the United States went, my fellow Americans, I would like everyone to go outside and dig up dinosaur fossils. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
I mean, all the kids would be up for it. Hell yeah, the kids would want to do that.
They have like construction teams on it, just digging in random sites, and they do actually, but they do find the energem in the skull of a
Pachycephalosaurus.
Yeah, Pachycephalosaurus. The
hammerheads.
Yep.
Yep.
And
The purple
Long
Mega
name,
Suit, Dino Thunder.
long name plus not being able to talk is not fun.
Well, I mean, it's better than the Spinus Aegypticus.
True.
But yeah,
Fun fact, that's a Spinosaur.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets the
Kamen Rider,
Energem.
where are you?
Yeah, he gets the Energem, and it doesn't bond with him, and he doesn't know why.
Yeah,
He's all like,
tries
what
to
the fuck,
morph, and
bro?
he tries to morph. He's like, energize. Nothing happens, and I really like that. That was a really funny scene. He like looks at his hands like, what, and then just kind of awkwardly stands there.
And then it's like, unleash the power. Okay, this
He's
isn't
like,
working.
and then he's just like, well, I like to think that like one of his attendants just walked by the room while he was doing that, just like, what the fuck is he doing?
And then cut back to the rest of the team, and there's a weird little performance thing going on involving Chase's sister.
Yeah, plot device 101, bring in a relative.
Yep.
Well, it shows that they actually have relatives as opposed to nothing.
Well,
we rarely do actually see we rarely see the Rangers' families in these shows, so it's nice. It's nice when it happens.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think the only one who hasn't really shown any sort of family connection is Shelby, because Tyler's obsessed with his dad.
Yeah.
And then Riley's parent or mom and brother we see in like his first episode. We know Coda doesn't had family, but obviously he's a caveman, so they're long gone. And same with Ivan. His
I have a
family's
theory
long gone.
about that.
It's just Shelby who hasn't had any family connection so far.
I kind of feel like the Talon Ranger, as we're gonna have to call him, Power Ranger 00 Tobaspino. We know that most of the Energems, all 10 of the official ones, bonded with the right person. Who's to say that maybe because of the information that Sledge has from Fury, he makes his own Energizer?
Maybe.
Or Energem and finds himself, and maybe, uses a fossil he found of early man who happens to be maybe Coda's brother and have that be a plot point.
That would be an interesting idea. They probably won't do it, but it'd be interesting.
It could be interesting, but at the same time, they have the monster suit that was used for that particular Ranger and Kyoryuger sitting on Sledge's ship.
I can buy the idea of Sledge like trying to make his own Energem and like his own Ranger to counter the actual Rangers.
I would just have to wonder how he would make an Energem, because again, here's something that's not explained. Where did these things come from?
Yeah. Hopefully that will be delved into in Supercharge, because actual Dino Charge is almost over.
Yeah, which we're going to have to find something to replace that slot.
Yeah.
Which I actually have an idea.
Maybe Zyuohger will be good.
Well, we're not going to get Zyuohger for another few months.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah, we'll figure that out once we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
And who knows, we might accidentally burn it down.
With pizza bagels.
Yes.
Yep.
But anyway, so yeah, and then we get the rest of the plot is pretty much Philip trying to figure out how to get this thing to activate.
Yeah, so then he goes and has a talk with Coda and has a British heart to caveman heart. And Coda's all like, Energem, choose Ranger. Ranger, good. I'm a caveman. This is a bad caveman impersonation.
And then Prince Philip proceeds to basically spend lots of money doing charity and whatnot just to try and see if the thing will activate. And it does not, because that's not how that works.
Yeah, so then he decides, fuck it, I'm going to give the Energem to them. He pulls it out, and out of all the Rangers, Coda said this, and it surprised me. He goes, graphite Energem, and I'm like, dude, you're a caveman. You shouldn't even know how to say graphite. Spell it. Spell it, you caveman motherfucker.
Well, to be fair, if he's a caveman, he shouldn't know how to speak.
Well, I mean, he calls Miss Morgan Kendall.
True.
The only one who's allowed to do it.
Graphite when he can call her Kendall.
Maybe he's just heard them say it when they're discussing Energems. Who knows?
Yeah.
He's been in this team for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like the first one they found.
Yeah, we don't really know how long he's been, how long he's been in modern day.
Yeah, we just know that he was already there when Tyler and Shelby got their energems.
Yeah, hopefully he'll get like a backstory episode or something.
Well, he sort of had one, like when they
Yeah,
show him going into the ice, but that's not the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah, showing
So,
him coming out of it would be
about how
nice.
many years ago do you think that time happened?
With Code as a
Him falling,
caveman, probably.
when he Captain America'd himself.
uh, I don't know.
Got me.
Yeah,
Because it's after the Jurassic period.
it's after the dinosaurs have gone extinct because
Yeah.
cavemen. So I'd say probably, uh, maybe.
Like, we know he's been alive since then. We just don't know how long he's been thawed.
Yeah,
And can I find it weird that he happened to live, like his cave happened to be right where they built that museum?
yeah. Like, how did no one notice that?
That is interesting. I should really think about that. Yeah, that is interesting.
Can we
Yeah.
also mention that his brother probably died like right after he fell into the ice?
Probably.
Like another jaguar or saber-toothed tiger or mastodon or dragon zord could have came in and easily murdered that kid.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we also had the other subplot in this episode with Chase's younger sister, which I felt was completely pointless.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, because we need them to go to New Zealand for an episode, because apparently the budget's that bad
Yeah.
that they have to pretend film in the city where they're already filming.
My problem with that whole subplot is the fact that, like, I've seen it done in other things before. It's like, what younger sibling wants to spend time with older sibling, but older sibling can't do it because of work or whatever, and, like, it causes issues. This kid didn't really seem to have that many problems with it, per se, I mean, other than looking slightly disappointed, but there's no real
Yeah,
conflict
the
to
kid
it.
wasn't like, you know what, no, fuck you, big brother, I'm gonna go spend time on my skateboard.
The only time where it becomes an issue, per se, is like she wants to give him something, and he has to run off and leave, and so she chases him and ends up in the line of fire.
Because, that's a smart thing to do, little girl.
And that basically gives Philip his big character moment, where it's like he runs in to save the girl, and then his energem activates, and I'm just thinking like, you could have done that with any other kid, and it would have had the same impact. The only difference is
Yeah.
it's slightly more personal because it was Chase's sister. Other than that, it could have been
But they
anybody.
needed to give Chase the airplane ticket, so there's a reason for him to go to New Zealand for the entire team.
Yes, we will talk about that later, or in the next episode or whatever. But anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah,
But yeah,
oh yeah, Philip gets his energem. He's now a ranger, and there was a pretty awesome fight scene with him versus his reprogrammed GoBot because Fury kidnapped the thing.
Yeah. Something I'd like to mention is that the suits they've made for gold and graphite really aren't that good.
The gold one, honestly, is the one to me that sucks the most. Like, it's just way
because
too.
it's like sand and
It's
not
like
gold.
really pale gold color.
Yeah,
It doesn't
the coloration is
like
just
you can
horrible.
you can really tell in between the original footage and the stock footage just because of how different the suit color is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And with the Graphite Ranger, his like sleeve sections are like a really weird color.
Yeah, they're not really gray; they're blue. But
Yeah.
honestly, this suit doesn't suffer that much
Yeah.
from the sleeve problem.
I also find it interesting that they're using the bronze section of the chest plate instead of the yellow.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, and I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I probably have the one explanation for it is because of some more of the fight scenes that they have in Kyoryuger where he's actually there. So
Yeah.
if they're planning to actually use it, they want it to match. Because it would be weird for it to keep flipping from bright yellow to dull bronze over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What color's the pterodactyl on Gold's chest?
It's always the same. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's blue, I believe.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
silver, but in like the main section, because it's like the open mouth, and like
Yeah.
that part of it's black. So it's
Oh yeah.
It's like just silver.
yeah, it's like open mouth, silver, and then like the internal of it's black with like some blue outlining, I believe.
Yeah. He's the only one who has like a different chest design.
Yeah, which that is interesting.
Well, because he's the Sixth Ranger and
Yeah.
he's special.
He's not that special. There's 4 other people after him that are way more special than he is.
Including the Aqua one, who we haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
Yes,
we won't,
including
and
the
we
one with
won't
the
see,
vagina.
and we won't see until Supercharge.
For
Yes.
some reason.
Yeah, for some reason, you do 8 and 9, and then 7, then 10.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic behind that.
Even though
Yeah.
it's ironic because Aqua is going to be one of the last ones to show up, even though Cyan was the first one to show up.
Yeah, not to mention the Ankylozord's been active for how long, and he hasn't
Since
made an
episode
appearance.
4.
Yeah, something
I
like
wonder, and Aqua's probably not going to be in there much because I believe it's been confirmed that Aqua's going to be female, and there's
So-
basically no female Kyoryu Cyan footage.
Yeah, that would have to be all either new footage or what little Cyan 2 footage there is,
Yeah,
which is basically 0 to null.
yeah. So
And
she's
isn't
probably
it supposed to be like Yoshi's girlfriend playing this Cyan Ranger or something like that?
I had not heard that, so I
I
have
don't
no
think it's been
idea.
confirmed. At this point, it's all just rumors.
I mean, that would be cool, but I had not heard that. So
I feel like they might pull on for Silver. I feel like they might. It
I
might
hope
be
they don't
Red.
pull a Tauren.
I don't think they'll pull a Tauren. I think they'll pull. It's going to be Red's dad.
yeah, I could see them
Ooh,
doing
I
that.
would like that. I would like
Yep.
that.
Yep. So because I mean, Daigo's dad was Kyoryu Silver after he was second user. Spoilers, I guess.
Do you think they'll actually even use the Tauren suit?
I doubt it.
I heard where someone had a
I mean-
theory where maybe Tyler's dad actually gets turned into the Tauren suit, and they have to basically,
Oh, that would be
Reverse
Maybe
really
that
cool.
that actually might be a possibility.
and then they basically reverse him back, and he becomes Silver.
Yeah, I think they might use the evil Tauren suit that they
See,
had for 2 episodes.
Yeah, see that I believe they would use that because that's an evil monster suit.
Yeah.
And they have a Megazord fight with it, so it makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting off topic from the episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, but honestly, yeah, this is a very basic episode. Philip saves the girl, he fights off his robot, and then we get the proper introduction of the Pachysord, which the charger was brown when he threw it. That was weird.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this thing brown? It's supposed to be gray.
It might have been just the lighting when they filmed it. I'm not sure.
No, it was during the CG sequence where
Oh,
he
right,
throws
yeah.
the. I mean, yeah, the actual
I don't know what was up with that.
yeah, the actual charger itself was brown. Now that you mentioned that, but when he threw it, it was still brown. It was like that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Like I know you have to retouch them just to get rid of the Japanese names, but still, like why
Yeah,
would
I
you make
guess
it brown?
Saban just really hates the color gray.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know why. It's not like we it's not like we have a Ranger all to ourselves. That's technically gray.
Yeah. You know, I think titanium is technically considered silver. I don't know.
He is.
Whatever. But yeah, so and then pretty much get a fight with a Pachysord, and then the conclusion is Philip just leaves with the Energem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he goes.
He's like, you can use the charges, but I'm gonna take the Energem because I have to go be with my kingdom or whatever. But you can use my Zord because we don't have enough Kyoryu Gray stock footage for me to stick around.
Well, the fight scene with the robot wasn't even stock footage.
Yeah.
We were talking about that was all new footage.
It was going to be expensive to do that much. Like if he was a regular, they would have to do a lot of original footage.
That is true now that I think about it, because since Kyoryu Gray wasn't really around too often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I like the fact that he takes the Energem, but basically leaves them with
4 batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lets them keep the batteries, but takes the Energem. So.
Yeah, I kept thinking, I was like, don't you need the Energem to charge the batteries? And don't you need the batteries in case you decide to play Ranger over there in Xandar?
I kind of think when he does the morph, the thing automatically gets them.
Maybe that or he's just using the Energem.
Yeah, that too, because I believe they have shown that the Energem can substitute for the batteries.
Well, yeah, that was the first morph with red and pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler and Shelby used the
Yeah,
Energems
so they
to
can
morph.
be substituted for the batteries. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess you probably they don't need the Energem itself because the Cyan charger, they don't have the gem for it, but they still keep those charged up.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they work that whole system.
I think they actually. No, they didn't. Never mind. I was gonna say I thought they found a way to charge them without the energem, but I was thinking of when they actually made the cyan charger.
But yeah, that's episode 15, and then episode 16, it's the one where things get all snipped up.
This episode was kind of mad, but I did like one specific thing about it. They kind of used the classic trope of them wearing their colors to their advantage.
Oh yeah, because the monster for this one is one that carries a giant pair of scissors and can cut the ties of friendship.
Oh no, Mega Man 1.
uh,
Except apparently the scissors don't work on Kodas.
it's Forza's greatest enemy.
I'm trying to think where you were going with that. I'm lost.
What?
I thought you said Forza's greatest enemy.
Yeah, he cuts the bonds of friendship.
Oh. For some reason my thought went to hair. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, so we have the monster who cuts ties from let's see, Chase, Shelby, Tyler, and
Yeah,
Ivan,
all of them except
Coda, and Riley.
Yeah,
Because apparently Coda's bonds are too strong
yeah, because
that it breaks the scissors.
yeah. I don't think is it ever explained why they're too strong or they just are?
Because apparently Coda is way too loyal to his friends to the point where he treats them as family instead of just friends,
Oh yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Coda loved Cohort too much, or something like that.
yeah.
And so basically we have an episode where four of them are acting like jerks and the other two are just trying to figure out how to fix them.
There have been this season has like really focused on like the relationships between the Rangers. Like there's been a lot of episodes kind of focused around that.
Yeah, which I think it's actually kind of a good thing. It's like it
Yeah, that's
shows
a
them.
good thing because I mean Power Rangers is about the team.
Yeah, I mean
It's not. I mean, it's not like you're just supposed to focus on the Red Ranger.
You mean unlike its Sentai counterpart?
Yeah, Daigo.
Daigo, Hiramu,
Yeah,
Light, or
most
Right, whatever.
most Sentai lately.
Yeah. I mean, friggin' the Ninja's doing better at that.
Yeah,
But anyway. So yeah, you got four of them acting like jerks, which apparently, because their emotional balance is thrown off, is affecting their bond to the Energems.
yeah,
Which I thought that was kind of interesting, that there's
yeah,
actually a way to unbind them besides being destroyed.
yeah.
Or killed, I should say. Whatever. And basically the fix of the episode is get a piece of the scissor, and in order to do that, they trick the monster by wearing each other's clothes. So he accidentally cuts Coda's tie again.
Yep. Because this is a work of fiction, all you need is like a piece of what caused the problem to make a thing to fix it.
Yeah,
Because that's just tropes.
pretty much.
Yeah,
And then Morgan makes some kind of fix-it-all charger.
yeah,
And yeah, this episode really just doesn't have a whole lot to talk about,
yeah.
unfortunately. I mean, the only other thing really to mention is like there was a whole subplot about how it was Riley's birthday and he kept looking for a message from his mom because apparently his mom sends him messages on his birthday every year, and there's like scenes of him and Coda just talking and Coda trying to comfort him and stuff.
I feel like those were really good scenes.
Yeah, I thought they were
I
really
feel like they were
nice.
well acted.
Yeah, and of course one of them includes the deception scene,
Yeah,
which that was
which
pretty nice.
I really loved using the tropes to their advantage.
Yeah. And then the end of the episode, they throw Riley a birthday party.
Yeah,
With a message from his parents, or his mom and his brother.
Brother and dog.
yeah.
And then we get to see Keeper in a party hat.
E.T. party hard.
Yep. Hashtag Keeper with a party hat.
Yep. 2K15.
Uh,
Get it trending.
That'd be funny if it comes back next year.
Yeah.
Supercharge Keeper with a party hat once more. But yeah, so that was that episode.
Yeah.
It was a good one, but like I said, not much really to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that we're done with that, feature topic?
Feature topic.
Featured topic.
Today's feature topic, we are talking about toys, because that is why these series exists in the first place, to
Yep,
push toys.
yep. Like it or not, it's true.
Yep. So pretty much we're just going to be talking about our favorite gimmick lines, I suppose. So like,
Favorite collectibles in
yeah, pretty
Rider
I'd
and
much.
say
Sentai.
like split it to like favorite figures and favorite like belt slash morphing collectibles.
Yeah, I'd say we can go with that. So
Yep,
yeah, favorite, and then if you have any least favorites, you can throw that in too. Which I have
yep,
one for least favorite. Who
yep.
wants to start?
Well, since you're the Red Ranger of our team, technically in a way, why don't you start?
Okay,
I'm the
well,
Red Ranger, except I'm not. I'm the exact opposite color.
okay, well, mine basically favorite collectible I'd probably have to say would be the lock seeds because one, they have their own electronics, so you can basically play with them as if you have the belt, even though you don't, because of the buttons they have in the back. And that was the first Rider toy line I ever purchased anything for.
Yep.
And then least favorite is the one that came after it, Drive, because the shift cars are basically just giant Hot Wheels.
I was gonna say you didn't care for the crappy Hot Wheels cars
Not
Yep.
really. The only one I own is the frickin' fruit car
type
because it came.
fruits.
Yeah, I mean
Fruits.
some of the designs for them were cool. Like Midnight Shadow was neat, but
Yeah.
to get that you had to buy a frickin' Trideron toy, and it's like, nope.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna get the gimmick figures, yeah, you might get the Trideron.
Yeah, but I'm not into action figures as I've stated before,
Yeah,
so not really my thing.
Yeah.
not really your cup of tea.
Yeah. Plus, like the problem with the shift cars is they're pretty much like Forza switches. They do one thing and they don't really do much else.
Yeah.
True.
Plus, he had so many of the damn things, and a bunch of them he didn't even use.
That's also true. It would have been nice to see a couple of the tires.
I will forever wonder what the hell burning solar does.
Well, we saw it. Chase used it at some point, but
Yeah, but I mean, dry. Like, I want to know what the tire looks like.
It's
probably
probably
the.
just a whole bunch of solar panels.
Yeah, but still, it'd be nice to know.
Just like I think colorful commercial would be a pinata tire.
Uh,
Oh my god, that would be hilarious because then for the final attack, like
it
the
just
chest would like
explodes.
the chest would like explode and just burst out like little gashapon shift cars.
Uh, yeah, and like how we never saw and like over half of the tire Kakimazerus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like, I want to know what like Grand Prix looks like and
Or
an
American
American Dream.
Yeah,
That one probably looks weird as hell.
I would
Yeah,
imagine so. Yeah, but yeah, shift cars are honestly even worse than Forza switches.
yeah. At
And
least
then of
Forza
course,
used all of them.
Well,
we're
no, because like Forza switches don't look aesthetically pleasing if you set them on a shelf. They just look weird and out of place.
no.
Shift cars are like little plastic cars that would look good because if you have a large collection of them, you can be like, "Here's my little like Matchbox collection" kind of thing.
Here's my counter argument to that though. Is that Forza switches look like something that would be out of a series like this. It's a piece of technology that doesn't fit in any other archetype, you know.
I
It's
I was
a
personally thought
gizmo.
they I was personally thought they looked like ink cartridges.
Okay,
Yeah,
you can make that comparison. True enough, I will
Yeah,
give you that. But in
yeah,
terms of like, they still look out of place with all the little goofy things they have on top.
yeah.
Ship cars, as you said, they look like Hot Wheels. You could easily mistake them for Hot Wheels if you don't have the back end of them flipped up. And honestly, that doesn't really work too well. I guess it's just kind of off-putting.
I mean, if we really want to talk about things that only do like one thing, you have the DN driver, Gaia memories, and the O's coins because they specifically only do like one specific thing. The red one will only say Taka, and then the yellow two will always say Tora, and the green three will always say Fata. It won't be like speed, or like
Whatever, basically.
like Scott.
So I guess if you're done, if you've said your thing, Crunch, I guess I'll go into mine. Um, my favorite are the O medals. um,
I'm not going to complain about that. I own the O's Super Best Bell.
yeah, same. And my least favorite are this is gonna come out of nowhere, but the fusils.
Mm-hmm.
They're just. I mean, what are they even supposed to be?
Whistles.
Yeah, but
Yeah, whistles of
I've
some kind.
I've never seen a whistle that looks like that.
They're
Well,
just like really over-designed whistles.
yeah, because if you think
Yeah,
about it, it's like the top part of it,
Because
that's where normally you would blow into, and then that's
yeah,
yeah, I
where the air would
guess.
come out.
Yeah, I guess.
They just hold them vertically like that instead of hanging
Yeah.
them down the way they normally would.
Yeah, I always considered the Fusels to be like the proto collectibles.
Well, the thing is that they weren't really collectibles per se
Yeah.
because
well, I mean,
you'd buy
you
a
had to
belt and you'd have
buy
all
like
of them.
Yeah, which is why I say
yeah,
they're like they were that's when they started trying to do collectibles, but then Decade happened and they actually,
Yeah,
started doing collectibles.
yeah, I would say
Ryuki also kind of and Blade sort of.
yeah, I would say the card writers had the collectible thing down more often than the other
Yeah,
ones.
because I mean you can already do that like cash in on like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And
yeah.
I mean collectible cards have been around for like decades. So decades, huh?
Uh,
Yeah.
Toku has ruined so many words for me.
Yeah, I'd say probably the card writers are the ones that really started the whole collectible things, if nothing else.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that was back in the era where you could buy a belt and have everything come complete, minus
Yep.
like upgrade forms in the case of like Ixa or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, my favorite of the O metals, least favorite Fusels, whatever.
Yeah, O's medals are pretty cool because just from
Yeah.
the
They,
designs on the
like
coins.
I mean I've always kind of liked coin collecting and I just think the designs on them I always thought looked really cool. And O's is my favorite rider series, so I guess it also is a little bit of bias, but
Yeah,
like
you like what
I have my own little onk with me at all times.
you like what you like, you hate what you hate.
Yep.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna basically kick myself in the nuts for this because of me complaining about things that only do one thing. I like the Zudenchi.
Oh yes, the little clickers is like click,
Yeah.
click, click,
Yeah,
click.
the Zudenchi, Lock Seeds, O's medals, and the icons too, because they don't really do anything except click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more or less for figures. As for for gimmick belts, ones that I don't like, um,
You're just going all over the spectrum with this one.
well,
We stuck to one each, and you're just like throwing
Yeah.
everything under the bus.
to be honest, really the only belts I don't like are the ones where we have to spend like $100 or more just to get one thing. Like if your favorite Ryuki rider is, let's say, Oja, you have to spend umpteen amount of dollars just for the V buckle, and then
Well,
another umpteen amount for the deck,
that's
and that
mostly
might not even come with the cards.
because the toys are so old.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that is a
Like
pretty old series.
like
Then,
2002.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, I want to say.
13 years. It's stuff that tends to be a lot more expensive. Like, I mean, have
Right.
you seen the Fies gear?
Oh my gosh, $300 for a complete Japanese
Yeah.
Vice
Let's not
gear.
even get started on the complete selection version.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. As for figures, because I do collect figures often, they make fun little things to goof off with. I'm just gonna go from decade to now. Hate the Final Form series because they're basically like Transformers. The Double series looks like they'd fall apart too easily. The O series looks like
They
they'd
actually
fall.
don't. I have a couple of them. They actually hold together pretty well.
Yeah.
The only problem with them is that they have kind of limited head articulation because the way they work.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because they
Like the
snap
double
together.
ones can't really turn their heads. The
They
O
can
ones don't really have a waist.
The way it works, they can turn them a little bit, but not very well.
Right. Forze, I just think no one really liked the gimmick for.
Yeah.
Wizard was crap because all the figures did was light up. The only good figure in that series was Beast because you could actually change his mantles.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought
Um,
the dragon ones were kind of cool that they came with the dragon parts.
yeah.
You could snap them all on one person and have different all
Yeah.
dragon combos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the arms change line just because the amount of possibility of forms.
You just need to have every single rider to make real use out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drive figures were okay, but some of the forms kind of crapped on articulation.
Well, you mean like Technic?
Like Technic, like Formula, like Trideron with the giant hole in his abdomen.
Yeah.
And the ghost figures are like the #1 big FU to toy collectors.
No head articulation.
Yeah, no head articulation. And as for expensive things, SH Figure Arts all the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have 2 Rider Figure Arts, Agito and Abyss. And I might get more because of the holiday of coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a fun little thing for you.
Orga cannot be released any faster.
Yeah.
And this is a fun little side discussion. When it comes to like the DX collectible stuff, do you guys prefer them to have electronics in them or not be electronic?
Electronic.
I would prefer them to have electronics if they're DX, just because it feels better.
Yeah. It makes them more expensive, but it is worth it because it means you can kind of play with them without the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas like the what's a good one I can think of?
Like I have the double driver, and you have no idea how many times I've sat there just going Joka, Joka, Joka.
And if you like stick something into those things, you can actually press the buttons on the inside to activate the sounds, but
Yep.
it doesn't work as well without the actual belt.
With most belts, all you need is some toothpicks, and you can do most of the stuff.
Yep, unless you got the fancy ones.
Yeah, like with the Forza drive. I remember I used to hack quote unquote the Forza driver all the time because I didn't have pretty much any switches.
Yeah, apparently, a good buddy of ours, he goes by Lightrid, found a way that you can use lock seeds to hack the wizard gear.
Yeah. Also, within relative to Ghost, the Gongon Saber, and I guess now the Gongon Hen too. The way they work, you can activate them with the Wizard Ring. You can activate them with like a Rider Pass from Dino.
Well, Rider Passes had magnets in them, so
But apparently
so
you can also the Wizard Rings, and the O scanner should also be able to do it too.
Yeah.
I had no idea Wizard Rings had magnets in them, but I never
that's
understood.
how they get the rings to light up.
Yeah, I always wondered how they were pulling that off, because that's a neat trick.
The ring sends out a signal, and the belt sends a signal back, and that signal produces just enough electricity to make a little LED light up. It's a very intuitive gimmick.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool.
So yeah.
And I guess Ranger keys are nice too, because you can put them on
Yeah, they just won't fucking end.
Yes.
It's been almost 5 years, guys. Calm down.
I mean, you know what's even worse than that? Japan is coming out with all of these Ranger keys. They finished all the Sentai teams.
Yeah, they finished all the Sentai teams, and then like, shit, what do we got left?
Meanwhile,
we haven't even finished Power Rangers yet in America.
They have confirmed that they're doing the rest of the Ranger keys, though.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be the most expensive pack in the world. Here's every single pink Ranger we forgot.
Here's every single yellow and pink Ranger, plus a few miscellaneous ones that we didn't do.
Like RPM Black. I've had to buy the Go On'er key set just to have a black RPM key.
Yeah, like pretty much all of Lightspeed Rescue, except for red, blue, and green. It's like half the team's not even there unless you went to San Diego Comic-Con.
Or it's like, here's the other like 20 SPD Rangers.
There's only 10. Well, technically, even though one of them was only a dream.
Well, there's the main 5.
There's the main 5. There's Omega, Shadow, Cat Ranger, and Nova, and then the Orange Ranger and a dream.
And then you have Alpha Squad.
Yeah,
those would be cool as Ranger keys.
Those would be cool as Ranger keys.
You know what those are?
I want. You know, here's something. Japan, here's something you have to do. Make freaking Neji Ranger / Psycho Ranger keys.
Oh, yeah.
I think they
did. You think they would have done that by now?
Actually, that's what I'm wondering. Did they have Neji Ranger SH figures?
No, I don't think they ever did. I don't think they ever even got to Mega Ranger.
No.
Yeah.
They did...
So I would buy one for a red one if they existed, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just did the first Red Ranger, Die Ranger, Zeal Ranger,
Yeah.
Bokenger, Shuriken.
And for some reason, like, they did Sun Vulcan. To this day, I still don't know why they did Sun Vulcan.
They've done
Or
some for Jetman too.
Yeah, they
I'm
did
not
it. They did.
mistaken.
I believe they did Red Hawk and Black Condor for Jetman because they're both there. It's the Red Ranger and then it's Guy, so kind of have to do Guy.
Yeah.
are you sure it was Guy and not the other guy?
Ha ha ha.
That's not a joke. I'm being legitimately serious.
Yeah, that was a joke in that one episode of Gokaiger. Yeah.
Guy can't see Guy.
Yeah.
Because isn't there like 2 Black Condors technically?
No, there's only one.
Because doesn't he die or something?
Yeah,
Spoilers.
at the
Spoilers.
end
He
of the
dies.
series, yes.
Dies at the very end of the series.
Yeah, last episode.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like those mechas.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
And just think, we
like
could have had those in America.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs.
I'm sure most people know the story that they almost adapted Jetman instead of Jew Ranger.
I love the I love the Jetman suits.
Yeah,
they are
but they
pretty
decided
cool
dinosaurs would probably be more profitable, and they were more than likely right.
Yep.
Just think, there's an alternate universe where we did adapt Jetman first, and Power Rangers doesn't exist anymore.
Yep. It's one of those. It's just one of those obscure '90s things.
It was a one-off that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kamen Rider rules.
Like all you can ever find for episodes is like those like grainy VHS tape videos on YouTube.
Yeah, all that lives now is Kamen Rider.
Yep.
Oh my god! Imagine like in another universe where Power Rangers failed but Masked Rider succeeded.
God.
No, not even Masked Rider. Just like instead of adapting Sentai, we adapted Kamen Rider, and we actually called it Kamen Rider. God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, like
Next
in
season,
I want
to
to be in the universe where Dragon Knight actually did well in America because it would have been very likely that we would have gotten a sequel series.
Yeah, that would.
But what
nice.
series would they do?
I heard a lot of rumors going around that they were planning on doing Fies, but those were just rumors. I'm not sure if those are true or not.
I feel like for America to do any Kamen Rider series, it needs to be a series with a lot of riders.
Yeah, that's the reason they did Ryuki in the first place, was because of so many riders.
Well, by that logic, you could probably do pretty
like
well with
Kabuto or something.
Yeah,
Kabuto.
Gaim.
Well, at the time, Gaim didn't exist, but
well, yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah.
It's like, if you wanted to do it now, and you wanted to go off that logic, you could do Gaim or Kabuto, definitely.
Yeah, they'd probably be more likely to do Kabuto, because I feel like the whole fruit ninja thing would kind of turn some people off. I don't know.
You could also do Kiva.
They could do like Kiva, based on an app.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like Drive might work, because like Hot Wheels and stuff are fairly popular over here, so...
Can I ask a stupid question?
What?
What Rider series was in Japan during Dragon Knight?
Decade.
Yep.
And the beginning of Double.
Can I make a suggestion that I think would have been actually really awesome?
What?
In Decade, there's a writer for a total of 2 episodes who uses a similar suit to another writer that we took into America that would have made a great movie or hour-long special about Kamen Rider Jaws.
The thing is, Dragon Knight aired in 2009, but it was actually produced in like 2008.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kiva would have been on the air while it was being made.
Yeah.
Well, then after it airs, they could have did like a quick little movie thing.
Actually, I believe it was in production as early as 2006.
I'd believe that.
It just took a while to get going and get off the ground, and then they put it on the worst possible channel.
Well, I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been like RPM at like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
I actually did get up and watch RPM every weekend. I was dedicated. Though I think on my channel it actually did air like noonish, so it wasn't that bad. I remember I would watch Dragon Knight, and then like a few hours later RPM would come on. that was a good year for Toku.
Yeah.
You had RPM, you had Dragon Knight, you had Shinkenger.
Just a shame the toys for those series weren't that great, especially the Dragon Knight ones.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to our topic.
Like, basically, they put Dragon Knight on the worst possible channel, and they made the toys during Bandai's incompetence period, where where Bandai was doing all sorts of horrible things, like making horrible choices in
Yeah,
toy distribution.
yeah, because basically, what was the Dragonite belt? It was basically a giant.
I have it.
Yeah, so you know how
Yeah.
ugly that thing is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the V buckle.
Yeah, it's the
Well, no, not
V-Buck.
even that. It's the way that they did the decks for 'em, because instead of what they did in Japan, where like they all have their own separate decks and stuff, it's
It was
basically.
one deck with like these little cards you put in the front for the different symbols.
And then because in Dragonite,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
and because in Dragonite they spin the deck when they're transforming, this thing had like reflective surfaces all over the thing.
Yeah,
So
like every side but the front had reflective like mirrors on it. So when you spun it, it did like a little effect where the logo would be there.
and it just looked horrible.
Yeah, look up a video. Like look up a video if you ever need to. It's not a very good toy.
No.
Yeah, I'll have to because I've never seen that. I've always seen the ones with the actual deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones with the actual deck are all Ryuki.
Yeah.
V buckles.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway.
I just remembered something. We were just talking about Decade. I figured I should bring this up.
Oh yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
There is a fan production group on YouTube that go by the name of GVA Creation. They are doing a Kamen Rider Decade fan film series. It's going to be a multi-part fan film series. And the trailer that they put up, the effects in it are absolutely fucking incredible. Like my favorite.
Yeah, like how the card flies into his hand.
Yeah, like there's basically the photos that Decade takes, that Tsukasa takes at the series. They're falling all over the place during the video, and then one of them like burns up and turns into the Final Attack Ride card for Decade, and it flies into his hand, and just that effect was amazingly done. And another thing, I was so happy when I saw this. They used probably one of the most obscure riders in the entire franchise. They have freaking Dark Decade in there.
Something that should have existed in the show, or at least in a movie, but
yeah, freaking he's fighting Dark Decade, and I was like, oh my god, it's Dark Decade. He was in like one video game, and I always thought he looked super cool, and I was always
make a Gaiden out of that. Decade's Gaiden, and is like he has to fight his dark self or something.
Like I saw someone say that, Decade Violent Emotion,
the thing where like his gem on his helmet's slightly different.
Yeah, I always personally thought that he should have turned into Dark Decade instead of that. Like when he's going around murdering all the riders,
yeah, that
he should have been Dark Decade.
I kind of think that's what this whole fan film is supposed to be, because it's not Kamen Rider Decade, it's Kamen Rider the Next Decade.
Yeah, but I mean,
so I kind of feel like maybe they're going to use the Dark Decade suit instead.
Like, yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't hate Decade as a show.
I don't either, to be honest, too.
I think it might be a small bit of bias because it was my first Japanese rider series, but it's not good, but it's not horrible either. It's just I'm just sort of meh on it. But if there's one thing I will defend, Tsukasa Kudoya as a character is actually really good. The designs in Decade are really good, and the music is amazing.
I have a feeling whenever we do a retro for Decade, that'll be a fun discussion.
Yeah,
I will gladly talk about my favorite rider in the entire universe of Kamen Rider.
Yeah, like during the trailer, they used the orchestral version of Journey Through the Decade, and it made me so happy because I love that song. And
it's a great...
the scenes of they actually used the cosplay that was made for this trailer actually looks really well done. It looks almost 1-to-1 to the show.
Doesn't he even open the belt and actually insert a card?
No, we don't actually see him, but it's just go to this channel. We'll have video.
No. We see the belt light up.
Oh, we do? Okay, I haven't.
I think
actually,
there was something where it shows the belt and it glowed red or something like that.
Yeah,
I think.
just go. We'll have the video linked in the description. Just go subscribe to this channel. It's coming out. The first episode is coming out early next year. So wow.
You know what I wonder?
It looks
Since it's
better than a
called,
lot of stuff that's come out of Toei lately.
I was gonna say, since it's called the next decade, is he gonna use Neo Heisei riders?
I don't know. It's just called the next decade. We don't really know what that means because it could just be a title. It could actually have some significance in the story itself. I don't know.
Because I
Maybe
mean, if he's using newer riders, that's actually gonna be pretty legit.
Yeah. But whatever it is, I'm really looking forward to the fan film. So yeah, subscribe to the channel.
I kinda
Link to
hope
video be
that
in the description. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hope that it is him using the newer characters because I want to see what Gaim final form ride would be.
Kiwami probably.
Well, no.
Oh
not
no.
even
Oh,
that,
sorry. I
but
was thinking.
what would the final form be? Or
Oh,
final
I
form
don't.
ride?
Just a giant orange.
that was my thought. It just turns into a
Because I
giant
mean, I know
orange.
Drive is going to turn into the Trideron.
Probably.
Ghost is gonna turn into a giant optic orb. Wizard is gonna turn into his dragon.
No, oh my God! For Gaim, he turns into the giant orange, and Decade kicks him like a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Forze is obviously gonna turn into a spaceship.
Probably the rocket.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then Decade just shoves his arm in the slot and rides it.
Yeah.
O maybe turns into a Candroid, like a giant Candroid.
Maybe if we're going along, maybe he turns. Maybe it's like doubles final form ride, and he splits into three, and it's Taka Taka Taka, Tora Tora Tora, and Bada Bada Bada.
That I don't even want to know how their headpieces would work with those. But anyway, after completely getting lost in I don't know how we got here,
yeah,
I think it's probably about time to wrap up, don't you?
Yep, I got a thing in like a couple minutes, I think. Perfectly timed.
So yes, thank you for listening to this incredibly long episode.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this is going to probably run almost 2 hours.
Oh boy.
No, we were rambling on for a good like 20 minutes or better.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Before and after the show.
We definitely talked about a lot more stuff than we originally planned.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, what else is new? But anyway, yes, thank you for listening, and as usual, do all the things, subscribe to the YouTube channel, listen to us on Podomatic, follow the Facebook, and you can tweet at us. Links are in descriptions and all that jazz. So yeah, see you guys next week for whatever the hell we're doing.
Yep, actually, next week we'll be talking about Ghost Episode 6, the next episode of Dino Charge, where we get a new Ranger.
17, yep.
Yep.
And, what are we gonna talk about for our special topic?
We'll figure that out off air.
Yep.
Well, okay.
But, yeah. Once again, thanks for listening, and see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oyasumi.